I mean, do you think that we need to be, how can we remind people about the human value in their own world and in their own capability?
I think one thing is definitely we need to be more aware of the fact that some people use like ChatGPT and things like that and Copilot for a relationship conversation
Yeah.
and advice as if it's a friend. And some people, who are socially isolated, that's potentially the interaction that they have, and that's a concern, isn't it? But it's weighing up the balance of, is something better than nothing?
Yes.
But I think there just needs to be more kind of openness and transparency about that, and it being made so clear every time this is not a real person responding.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're all agreeing on. It's the transparency and the education, because I'm not, it sounds like I'm anti-AI. I'm not anti-AI at all, but where do you draw the line? Because at the end of the day is, Google Translate is potentially AI, and your washing machine program is potentially AI too, because it measures the load. So, there is, where do you draw the line? I'm not anti it completely, but it's the education, and I think it's because of the corporations and what they want out of us as a statistic rather than a human being. And it's why they call, our connections online, they call them friends, for example. How many Facebook friends have you got? But they're not friends, and that's the distinction. Who you meet online it's not a substitution to meeting somebody in the flesh, unfortunately. But it was a very good thing during COVID. So, Zoom meetings are excellent. So many of us now that have meetings and sit with pajama bottoms on, brilliant. However, we do have to bear in mind that we human contact, fresh air, creativity, your brain needs sometimes to switch off. Being a poet and giving poetry workshops, I often ask people at the start just to be quiet for 5 minutes and just let your
Mm.
brain wander. Because if you don't allow your brain the space to breathe, it can't be creative. And sometimes there's too much information going in all of the time, and we just need to take a break.